let Nigerian youths now go out and get their PVCs. Because now, if we all come out en masse and vote, those who want to rig will not be able to rig the majority of the people. And trust me, youth are in the majority.
An anecdote that was once popular in the country's social media space in paraphrase reads, "They say the youths are the leaders of tomorrow, yet when I was born, General Muhammadu Buhari was the president of Nigeria. Now, 35 years after, he is still the president, and so have many in his generation been. They were in leadership yesterday, are there today, and are also likely to remain there in the future. As such, how much of a tomorrow as leaders do the Nigerian youths really have?"
We are tired of bad governance.
The need to enhance the political participation of youths, especially in the formal spaces, ahead of the 2023 general election cannot be overemphasized, as many are of the opinion that youths need to become more involved in political parties, political appointments, elections and civic spaces as a matter of right, not out of benevolence, and as part of the solution rather than a problem to be resolved by others. There is still a low level of youth participation in Nigeria's politics, despite the introduction of the Not Too Young to Run law, which was signed in 2018 by President Muhammadu Buhari. The bill reduced the age qualification for various elective positions. For the office of the president, the age qualification was reduced from 40 years to 30 years. Age for the office of the House of Representatives from 30 years to 25 years. And of the State House of Assembly from 30 years to 25 years, while the age qualification for office of governors and senators remained between 30 years and 35 years. Despite the Not Too Young to Run law of 2018, Nigeria's political space is still overtly dominated by the old generation and godfathers who determine who gets a position, to the detriment of many young Nigerians that are willing to participate in politics. People under the age of 35 are rarely found in formal political leadership positions. An example is with the last conducted 2019 election. This is despite youth making up over 67% of registered voters, on average, which means that whoever they decide to vote for is sure of winning the election. According to data obtained by the Ready to Run movement, it showed that of the 1,904 candidates who contested for various seats in the Senate, only 253 of them, which represents 13%, are youths 18 to 35 years. While in the House of Representatives were 1,262 of the 4,680 candidates are youths, which represents 27.4%. The quest for increased youth participation in government is to elect young and vibrant persons who can make decisions that would move the country forward instead of being a third world country or a developing country. There have been opinions that youths are not ready to lead, instead they are more interested in voicing their displeasures through social media. The lead counsel of the legal assent, Johnny Agim, reacting to this opinion, has this to say.
I actually don't think that the youths are not interested in politics. What I think is that the youths don't know what the importance of politics hold for society. Majority of the youths now, I don't mean all, because if I use the word all, it will be a hasty generalization. But I feel that majority of the youths don't actually understand the import of politics to the betterment of society.
Agim also noted that youths are not taught the importance of being involved in politics. That's why many are not involved.
What you don't know or what you are not taught, definitely you will miss out on it. You look at our society, we don't talk about politics even from the home. But society itself is built on politics. So basically it's not because the youth will not themselves not necessarily want to be involved in it, but because they were not taught. And what you're not taught, definitely you will not be able to know the importance of it.
Speaking on how youth can embrace the importance of politics, the legal practitioner said,
it starts from the home, as schools. We now as a society need to be conscious of teaching our children the importance of politics, the importance of leadership, and the importance of governance. And without leadership, you will fail woefully when you get into politics, because politics will throw on your lap's governance. So if you don't have it as a leader, trust me, when you get into politics, you'll fail woefully when it comes to governance.
The high cost of nomination forms for various offices remain a major obstacle to youth representation in politics. In the run-up to the 2019 general election, the cost of nomination forms was as high as 45 million naira for presidential aspirants, 22.5 million for governorship aspirants, 7 million for the Senate, and 3.8 million for the House of Representatives. Only a few Nigerian youths are financially buoyant to pay these sums, since donors and godfathers usually prefer older men whom they believe have the chances of winning. Young people are naturally disenfranchised. Agim, reacting to this, said,
I know of several persons who got involved in politics without money, but today they are leaders or they are in governance. Youths getting involved in politics and putting money as a stumbling block, I'll tell you, such a person does not understand the reason why he or she wants to get involved. You see, passion that burns in you will make you go beyond the aspect of what will be your obstacle. Rather, you'll be looking at what do I need to surmount the obstacle. But if it is something, the fire that is burning in you that is making you not sleep at night and making you think of what is happening in society, then you will get involved like a moving train and just believing that anything that comes your way, you'll crush. And trust me, once you get on board and people can get to see that you know what you're doing and you're passionate about it, the support will come from every angle.
the cost of forms may be high in the big parties. So why can't the youth join smaller political parties where the cost of forms are sometimes less expensive or totally free?
When you mention the aspect of forms, the amount they need to pay for nomination forms and all of that, you're talking about in Nigeria, the two major political parties. There are some other smaller political parties that you don't even need money. All they need is your pedigree.
So, how can young people who are willing to join politics can go about?
My advice now for the youth is, hey, we've been complaining about the Electoral Act. Our laws not being adequate. Yes, good enough. Just a couple of days ago, the president has been able to sign the Electoral Act 2022 into law, which of course, to my mind, there has been a huge difference from where we are with the Electoral Act 2011 amended. Themselves, the same way they galvanize themselves and push themselves on social media, agitating and complaining about issues, let them now begin to frontally discuss politics. Who is the best candidate for local government councillor, at the ward level, local government chairman, state, governor of a state, and then they come to the presidency. Let's forget about the presidency. Deal with where you are, your locality. Go there, galvanize yourself, put yourself together, and vote the right person. Someone you know you can hold accountable.
Agim also urged Nigerian youths to get their PVCs and come out to vote, as the youths are the majority of the society.
Let Nigerian youths now go out and get their PVCs. Because now, if we all come out en masse and vote, those who want to rig will not be able to rig the majority of the people. And trust me, youths are in the majority.
Nelson Mandela once said, "The future belongs to our youth." As some of us near the end of our political careers, younger people must take over. They must seek and cherish the most basic condition for peace, namely unity in our diversity, and find lasting ways to that goal.
This is what the Nigerian youth are asking for. Yes. We